For this week's UDL, we had to interview a teacher. I chose to interview my mom because she has tons of experience as she has been teaching for 28 years. What is the best part of teaching? The best part of teaching for me is being around the students. I like 4th grade because they still think you are great but can do a lot on their own. I also like meeting new kids each year. Each year is different and the situations and experiences are never the same. Also, the work schedule is so ideal. What has been your greatest achievement as a teacher? I would say my greatest achievement as a teacher is learning and utilizing technology in the classroom and being able to manage it with the entire classroom of iPads for each student. When I started in '92, there were no computers, only textbooks. Over the years, the biggest challenge is switching to iPads. What has been your greatest disappointment as a teacher? My greatest disappointment is not being able to help every single child, especially in their home lives. So many parents in our area are addicted to drugs or alcohol, and students have a very difficult home environment. Many kids have severe emotional problems, and it's hard to deal with that in a classroom of 30+ students. What are the greatest challenges for teachers? The greatest challenges are dealing with students of all different levels in one classroom. Many are way below grade level, and we don't have enough extra help or programs to deal with these students. Also dealing with students that have extreme bad behaviors with a classroom of 30 kids. Many parents are not supportive when their children misbehave. What are your non-teaching duties and time requirements? In our district, we do not have any mandatory non-teaching duties for elementary teachers besides yard duty. There are several extra programs that teachers can volunteer for example, organizing the spelling bee and Christmas programs. In what ways are schools successful? I think schools are successful in teaching the majority of students that are capable very well, and also trying to manage these huge campuses that we have nowadays. Our schools have 1,000+ students in elementary, and it's a big task to keep them managed and safe. What advice do you have for someone considering a career in teaching? I would tell them it's a great career, but it is hard to deal with parents and bad behaved students as the years go on. I would advise them to join their local union and get active in order to preserve teachers' rights in the classroom and in schools. This interview with my mom has taught me that being a teacher is not a job for everyone, and it does take a special person to be in the field. After all, she's the greatest teacher I've known, and she's made me believe that mothers and teachers do know best.